All right. All right, can everybody see my screen? I hope so. Once again, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jamie Williams. I'm one of your lower school principals.
Jamie, we can't see your screen.
We can't see your screen, Jamie.
What? Such a strong start too, man.
Oh, hey, Jamie, did someone mention that we can't see your screen there?
Oh, man, it's a rumor going around.
Remember, it was the teachers doing virtual learning. The admin didn't have as much experience with it.
I was able to see your screen.
Hey, cross your fingers, cross your toes, like you did for me.
How about now?
There you
There
go.
it goes.
Got
Right.
it.
It works every time, Jay.
Awesome. I'm glad we got that recorded for everybody to enjoy. So once again, I'm Jamie Williams. I'm one of your lower school principals. Our other lower school principal, Ellen Girardi, is home on maternity leave. So we're missing her, but I'll stepping up in her place. Many of you may have come to our enrollment events kind of throughout the winter and early spring. So a lot of this information is going to look very, very similar. You know, and it probably doesn't hurt to hear it more than once. I know the kindergarten team spent some time adding in some other details and also some of our behind the scenes, our enrollment and office staff and counselors adding in some kind of needs to know as we get closer to the kindergarten experience. So like I said, we'll jump into it. We'll do some like brief introductions. Miss Anders has been with us for a couple of years. I'm gonna let her say hello.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Anders and I'm so excited to meet you all and welcome you to IC Imagine.
Mr. Brignac.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mr. Brignac. Everyone calls me Mr. B. I'm very excited you're here. I am so looking forward to a new year, hopefully seeing 21 kids in front of me instead of on Zoom going, can you see me now?
All right, Miss Burgess.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad to see you this evening, and I cannot wait to see you in person when we're coming and being together. Kindergarten rocks, everybody, so I just can't wait to start.
Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Hannah. I'm excited to meet you as well and look forward to helping you navigate the kindergarten year together.
Miss.
Hey, everybody. It's so good to see all your faces. Can't wait to see you in person.
And Miss Smith, just a little backstory there. Miss Smith is actually going to be moving on to first grade, but she's holding it down with the kindergarten team as we wrap up this school year. And Miss Gilbert.
I'm Miss Gilbert. I look forward to getting to know you all.
So as you can see there, Miss Gilbert currently and over the past couple of years has held down a number of roles for us, stepped up on every occasion in every way, and is going to be joining the kindergarten team next year. So we're all super excited to have her with us for the upcoming school year. A little bit of just kind of who we are and a little bit of our story. You know, we started off like 7 years ago in a strip mall with about 330 students, and it has grown into us moving into our campus and growing those roots. We have 47 acres, and as I say that, when I was reading this before we came on, it kind of hit me of we still have not had a full year on our brand new campus. So we always talk about, you know, when we grew the building and we're able to call this home, that we'd only scratched the surface before, and I think we're very much still in that idea of there's a lot that we can do when we get into the building and make the property our own and kind of grow into it with the amazing people that we have here and the opportunities we want to create for kids. We have 73 kindergarten through 12th grade classrooms. For some of you guys where this is your maybe oldest child going into kindergarten, that might be overwhelming. It really averages out to be about 100 kids per grade level. So it's a really nice group where they get to form a community and get to know each other, but they're, you know, there's enough kids where they can, their own personalities can kind of shine through without getting overwhelmed or kind of lost. As you can see, we have multiple science labs, some visual arts classrooms, a band room, chorus rooms, our theater rooms, which we were able to add on another room this year, our Fine Arts Performing Center, which is amazing, and we're looking forward to some live events next year. Warm and Kitchen and Preschool. One of the thing, and like I said, if you were tuned in before, one of the things that has definitely been a great thing for us is the health clinic. Blue Ridge Health has partnered with us. They have a nurse and a physician's assistant here at least 3 days a week. And that kind of continues to grow as we've grown as a school, and then also as the needs present itself. It also has a school-based therapy option as well. So it's kind of one-stop shop. We have some people that use that as their primary care service, and then we have others that use it just as an urgent care or as needed, as we would a school's nursing office in the general county schools. Here's a kind of an overview of our property. So the buildings that you can see there, those are the ones that are on site. If you haven't been to our campus, our recessed turf basketball court surround our part of our school. The green area kind of in the middle of your screen, that is going to be designed for future soccer fields. The yellow and green on my screen, hopefully it's the same on yours, kind of trail system that winds around the entire campus is our cross country and mountain biking. So part of that has been created with additions that will get added as we continue to grow on our campus. Just some other pictures. Like we said, it's kind of amazing being in a new school, and I know some of the teachers probably feeling that. I've never been, this is my first time ever experiencing anything new in a school. So seeing, the furniture that wasn't 25 to 50 years old, and the buildings that we really get to make it and shape it to be our own, for our culture and our people and our kids. And really looking at, when I look at this picture, one of the thoughts is just the idea of the whole child, that it's fine arts focused with athletic opportunities, with, just teachers making an impact on academics, but also looking at what makes each individual special, and making sure we create those opportunities for kids. All right, so I'm gonna play this kindergarten video. Shout out to the kindergarten team and Ms. Smith for making this happen for us.
Now imagine that video with a really jazzy tune going with it.
Struggling with my technology right now.
I've got some great news.
Welcome to IC Imagine. Really are excited that you guys are.
Jamie, are you able to pause it?
I think you're really gonna love it.
No.
Can I send you the real video?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just about to say, like, that's the old one, and I don't know why I had the old link. And
It's short, I promise everybody here. All right,
You want to have it put it in the chat, Sarah?
I am going to send it right to you.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Take two. Here we go.
We still can't hear it, guys.
Yeah, you need to fix the sound, bud.
When you share screen in Zoom, you have to click to share your computer's audio as well. There's a button at the bottom. You're gonna have to exit share screen and then do it again.
I'm not sure who that was, but I hope I get your kid next year so I can rely on you to help me with my computer issues.
It's in the far left corner down at the bottom for the audio.
Sorry, guys. All right, my audio settings. Same as system.
On the share screen. It's at the bottom of your share screen when you're sharing it.
Yeah.
And the little, it's at the bottom of that on the bottom left. There's a little box to click to share audio.
I apologize, everybody. Yeah. Hey, Sarah, I'm going to have you share it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I think Melissa's got it too. Melissa, you want to share it?
Sorry.
All right, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay, we're with you, Jamie. Woo!
Appreciate it, man.
You guys just imagine this is what the beginning of this school year felt like for all of us. So
It's been kind of nice. I haven't had to do Zoom in a while. It's been refreshing and a bit rusty.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah, it's great.
Can we see it?
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Wow. Well, I've got some great news.
I don't know
Welcome
what's
to
happening.
IC Imagine. We really are excited that you guys are going to come to our school, and I think you're really going to love it.
Welcome, kindergartners! Hi. Hey, welcome to Kindergarten ICI. It's awesome.
Hi, just want to take a second and say welcome to IC Imagine. We're so excited that you're going to come to school at IC Imagine next year and can't wait to see you in August. Congratulations.
Hi, kindergarten class. Welcome to IC Imagine.
Hi, welcome to IC Imagine, where everything is possible.
Welcome to kindergarten.
hi, rising kindergartners. My name is Miss Hannah. I'm a kindergarten teacher at ICI. I am so excited that you're joining us next year, and I can't wait to meet all of you.
And we have great teachers, and I like doing math.
Hi friends, my name is Mrs. Wellman. I'm so excited that you're going to be joining us at IC Imagine. We can't wait to meet you.
My favorite thing about school is math. And what I love about ICI is that they have like things that you go and order each day, and teachers are nice.
I can't wait for you to come to kindergarten.
My favorite part about kindergarten is that there's recess.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Collins. I'm an assistant in Miss Anders' kindergarten class at IC Imagine, and we can't wait to meet you. Welcome to kindergarten.
Hi, I hope you have fun at school, and my favorite part of kindergarten is reading new books and playing with my friends, have fun, and welcome to IC Imagine.
Hi, I can't wait to meet you. You're gonna love kindergarten.
Hey, new kindergartners, it's Mrs. Nilo. I am the lower school theater teacher. I can't wait to meet you. We're gonna have so much fun together, some things you can look forward to. In theater, we play with costumes, we act out stories, and we do a lot of fun theater games. So if you like doing all those things, then you will love coming to theater class. I can't wait to meet you in the fall.
I like kindergarten at ICI because I have the best teachers in the world.
I'm so excited that you're coming to kindergarten. I can't wait to meet you.
I like to play with my friends at school.
Hey, future kindergartners, good to see all of you. I am Mr. Holm, and this is
Miss Kennard.
And we are your lower school counselors. We're super excited to see you.
Looking forward to meeting you guys. Welcome to ICI. It's gonna be so fun. Welcome to kindergarten.
I like the teaching. I like to read books in it.
Hey boys and girls, I'm Coach Kearns and welcome to ICI. I can't wait to meet you. We are going to be doing so many fun things in PE this year. We're going to do jump ropes and basketballs, soccer balls. We're going to be throwing and catching, using hula hoops and all sorts of fun things. So can't wait to see you.
Welcome to IC Imagine. We are so excited that you're going to be in our kindergarten next year. We just can't wait to see you. And neither can Daisy. So we're so excited you're going to be part of our family. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Is art because we get to paint and the teachers are so good. I can't wait for you to start. Bye, kindergarten.
Hola, me llamo Señora Beckett. Hi, my name is Mrs. Beckett, and welcome to kindergarten. I will be your Spanish teacher when you start kindergarten next year, and we will get together once a week for 45 minutes. Well, you'll be learning some Spanish, and we'll be doing songs and dances and read books and stories, all different kinds of activities. Anyway, I'm so excited to meet you, and I'll see you in August. Adios.
Welcome to IC Imagine.
Hi, this is Mrs. Hensley. Welcome to IC Imagine Kindergarten. I cannot wait to meet you.
I like coloring.
What else?
And learning numbers and learning tricky words and learning hard words.
Hey my friends, I am Mr. Jackson. I will be your art teacher soon. I'm very excited that you're coming to our school and I can't wait to meet you. We're going to be doing all sorts of things together next school year, like drawing and painting and sculptures, working with clay and learning about lots of new artists. It's going to be great and I'm looking forward to it. See you soon.
Welcome new kindergartners. What I like to do at school is playing on the playground and going to PE.
Hello, kindergartners. We are so excited for you to join the IC Imagine community as the class of 2033. I'm Mr. Williams.
And I'm Mr. Artie, and we are your principals, and we are so excited that you are going to be with us in kindergarten in the fall, and we can't wait to see you at 110 Champion Way. See you soon.
Do you want to stay at IC Imagine like to high school?
No, into college.
Okay, I think I stopped sharing now. You're muted.
Yeah, Jamie, you're muted.
Did y'all hear that?
Hey, Melissa, do you mind to keep sharing to make sure that I don't mess anything else up? That'd be awesome. I'm gonna rely on my team right now. The stuff that Melissa's about to share. So obviously you got kind of the highlights, and sorry for bearing with me. That video was amazing and brought a lot of emotions right there, seeing kids in a variety of spaces as they shared, and a lot of kids from this current year and years before. So some other things that we'll look at in just a minute. One is a picture of our playground. It just kind of gives you a couple snapshots of just what that looks like. Our kindergartners are always on our specific playground. We kind of use a variety of spaces on our campus for the recess. One of the big things that we looked at as a team throughout the years was giving the opportunity to have 2 recesses a day. So instead of one 30-minute chunk, they'll get 2 20s split up throughout the day. So one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And like I said, one always for kindergarten being on the playground, if not 2, if we can pull it off, but just making sure. And when we were kind of creating and picking out the design, looking at multiple access points so that kids can really be creative and manipulate their space. Let's see, Melissa, you all good?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up because I didn't have it pulled up, but I'm getting there.
The other picture we'll get to in just a minute is just a snapshot of our classrooms, right? So Melissa, if you want to stop on the playground for just a second, there you go. Awesome. And then our classrooms, I know if you did do some of the tours when we were doing the self-guided, obviously they looked a whole lot different at that point in time. If you did visit our campus, we were under Plan B, which was at 50% of our, with our ratio of students. And with that, we had literally 3rd grade furniture in there. So now we're back under Plan A. Our kindergarten staff has their rooms recreated with actually feeling the magic of kindergarten and having it be very collaborative, both as colleagues, but with the students on a daily basis. You can go ahead. All right. So I'm going to kind of hand it over to the kindergarten team. They're going to work through the next slide so that you get a little bit of an idea of the background of what goes into the kindergarten experience.
All right, I think this one is me, right, team? Okay, so we have our schedule set up in kindergarten to make sure it's developmentally appropriate. Academics are chunked, and then we have spaces for breaks, because they're 5 and they need breaks in between learning to make sure they can be engaged. So we always start our morning with a morning meeting where we go over calendar and do some exercises or phonemic awareness work, that kind of thing. Then we move into our math time. Both of our math and literacy blocks are set up with a mini lesson with the whole class. And then we break into small differentiated groups so that we can meet the needs of our students. Their independent activities during that time are usually hands-on, appropriate for them, and fun, so they're learning through play. We then have our first recess, lunch, and investments all in a chunk so they get that nice afternoon break. Then after that, we have a little read aloud to get ourselves back ready and move into science and social studies time, which we usually integrate writing into. So they get that extra writing piece in the afternoon as well. Right now, we're actually doing a life cycles project where they're working in teams and are going to present them to the other classes through video. So that's really fun. Then we have our second recess. We do have a little snack built in between that science time and second recess. And then after that, we come in for open play centers in our classroom to end the day. So they get that extra socialization and get to just free play with absolutely no limits on that for them. Then we have our dismissal at the end of the day and start again the next day.
Ms. Burgess, and we are very excited at IC Imagine. Next year, we're going to have a new curriculum, K-8 in math with her Eureka, and we are very much looking forward to that and can't wait for your kindergartners to start that in the fall. And we as teachers will be beginning that training at the end of June. Our whole group lessons in math are will be geared to that, but we also do the small differentiated groups like Ms. Hannah was saying each day in math, and we also do small differentiated groups in our ELA. Our reading time is foundations-based with our program in phonics and a Heggerty phonemic awareness focus, but we are also using the science of reading and decodable texts. And we are very excited about that and the progress our kids have made as we've made that switch this year, and we'll make it even more next year. And the reading and writing component, we're really working hard on making that exciting for you all next year.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Curley. I'm the registrar. I am the one that has been emailing you all of the information regarding kindergarten that you have been getting. You should have gotten a link for the registration paperwork that was sent out a few days ago. I think it was sent Friday, and had a link to the paperwork to fill out. And in there are upload options for the birth certificate, immunizations, and a health assessment. And those are all requirements for North Carolina for kindergartners starting school. If you don't have some of these things, then maybe they don't have their 5-year appointment until the summer or a little bit later, you can still submit the paperwork without attaching these items. You can just email them or send them to the school via fax, or even just drop them off at the front office when you have them completed. But they must be completed and turned in before the first day of school, August 9th. I think as far as paperwork, that's the only thing. The other thing that we have coming up, if you have not gotten an opportunity to tour the facility back early on in the year, on June 6th, we do have like a self-guided tour opportunity that was emailed out to y'all. So if you haven't had the opportunity to come check it out, you can do that then.
And I actually think it's Saturday, June 5th.
Okay, Saturday, June 5th. Thank you. I'll send another reminder email out about it too, but
I'll remind you plenty.
Hey everyone, this is Miss Smith, and as Miss Curley was just saying, you've probably received some communication about these kindergarten assessments that are coming up. We, as a kindergarten team, kind of wanted to make sure you knew that it wasn't a test that you have to prepare for, anything that you need to do in that regard. This is just to see where your child is, where they will best fit, and where we can start working with them day one in August. So make sure you follow Miss Curley's links and sign up for one of those sessions. I believe they're either the 15th, 16th, or 17th of June. Make sure that your child has a mask, and just kind of like prepare them, let them know that they will be spending just a little bit of time with one of us. We'll also have some other first and second grade teachers helping us out, lots of help at the school. They'll be able to see lots of faces. They'll be away from you just for a little while, working in a separate space. And then they'll also have an opportunity for just a little bit to play with some of their peers. So I think that that's something to kind of in a fun way where they can kind of get to know a couple of the other kiddos. So just make sure you sign up for one of those.
Okay, this is me. So I'm Alyssa Strong. I'm the office manager. I also help with field trips and family online payments and volunteering. So here at school, field trips, when it's non-COVID, we send out announcements ahead of time, and everything is done through an online parent portal payment account. You do online permission slips, and some examples of the trips that kindergarten has gone on in the past. And we are excited to get into a space where we will do field trips again. We do have leveled volunteers at IC Imagine. So we have level 1 and level 2. Level 1 volunteers help with things not student specific, maybe just with outside of school events and take home work for teachers. Level 2 volunteers have background checks and can work in classrooms and around students and chaperone field trips and things of that nature. Oh, I guess this is me too. There's some more volunteering. So we have an online volunteer tracker that parents sign up to, and you do a background check to be a level 2 volunteer and an online volunteer orientation. And so again, it's just ways to be involved, whether it's in the classroom or other areas of the school. We have volunteers that help with lost and found and delivering lunches with our school lunch system, and just a whole bunch of ways to help. If you cannot be in the building, that's totally fine, because we have plenty of ways to help that don't require you to be in the building. There's lots of fundraising. Teachers are always happy to send things home for you to help cut out and prepare materials, and we do test proctors and grounds grounds maintenance, things like that. And then one last thing would be lunch orders. We do lunch ordering online as well. And we work with the vendors to have lunches delivered to school. So we do not have a cafeteria. Students are asked to bring a boxed lunch from home each day, lunch, snack, and a water bottle. But we do offer the opportunity where you can order lunch ahead of time, and then the lunches get delivered daily. And then we have our volunteers that help label and deliver those lunches to the classroom. One more. I forgot that I had so many slides. Spiritware at school. So we do have online orders for Spiritware. We will also have Spiritware sales in person at school. So hoodies and pullovers that are Spiritware with the school logos on them are all approved for daily wear as part of their uniform. And then we have t-shirts that are approved for early release days and fun activity days. Coming up, we have field day, where each grade level has a color that coordinates with their grade. So that follows them through their K-5 school career. And so there's online shopping throughout the year, and then also the in-person opportunities to purchase. So you will see Spiritware when we come and do our Meet the Teacher events before we come back to school in August, and you'll be able to purchase items then.
Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Anders. These are just a few of our frequently asked questions that we thought we would hit on. The first one that's often asked is, how much time do kindergartners get to play? As it was mentioned before, we have 2 recess times, and they're 20 minutes each. We go right before lunch, and then we go in the afternoon after we've had our writing and science time. And then we finish the day with our play centers in the classroom, like Ms. Hannah was telling you about. It's just open free play. We give them choice, just extra time for socialization and practice with that. Another question, how do you meet the needs of all students? As it's also been touched on, we start both our ELA and our math time with a whole group mini lesson that focuses on a specific standards that we're teaching. And then from there, we break into small group instruction, and we have hands-on centers, and both are differentiated. So when they're working one-on-one with a teacher or an assistant, they're working right where they are and what they need, as well as those independent centers that they're working at without a teacher. So all of this is based on needs. We're assessing and just figuring out where they are and what they need.
All right, and it's Mr. B to talk a little bit about our assistants. Every kindergarten classroom does have a part-time assistant, and they are at school during our instructional hours. We work very hard to ensure that our assistants are in the classroom when we're teaching our core academics, to walk around the room, do various things, help with our breakout groups and our smaller groups. And also our class size is 21, which is the standard North Carolina class size for kindergarten. Miss Hannah.
All right, behavior. We are a PBIS school, which means we follow a positive behavior system. So we have systems in lower, middle, and upper that are all different based on the developmental needs of students. But in lower school, we use stars to reward them for desired behaviors. They can get those for tons of things: proactive behavior, taking care of their space, being kind to a friend, walking in line quietly. Those stars can then be used on Fridays to cash in for rewards, like eating lunch with a friend, which hopefully is coming back soon, getting a prize box toy, and they can even start saving them up to spend time with a friend or give the class a gift or reward. We also follow the 8 habits and give rewards for those, which just encourage students to take care of themselves, take care of others, and become awesome community members. And we do follow culturally responsive teaching as well with our JEDI committee. The teachers are learning from those awesome educators and making sure that we're doing the best we can to raise awesome kids.
So we have some time. If you have a specific question regarding kindergarten, if you'd like to place it in the chat between our team of kindergarten teachers and Ms. Kennard, Ms. Strong, Ms. Curley, we'll do our best to get you an answer. If you can't think of one right now and it's something that strikes you later on, please feel free to email it in so we can get back to you. All right, John, that's a good question. So like right now, what we are working on, we actually got, and we're really excited about this. Last year, we got an NC Access grant, which then is really, with the goal of that grant is to increase diversity and kind of the infrastructure for that, so we can better support all learners. And with that, kind of tied to the JEDI committee in some ways is the development of a parent council, which will be looking at like all the factors, our whole K-12 community, with JEDI being definitely a focus of that. There's been some conversation in our JEDI committee of not only having the parent council, but also maybe even having like a subcommittee with that JEDI focus. So that's kind of in process as this year has been weird. So be on the lookout for details when we enter the following school year. We're going to definitely need our stakeholders to step up so we can make it more well-rounded for all kids. Will kindergarten start as a full class size? Yes. So we'll start with 21 on day one. Inevitably, and this happens each year. And Ms. Curley, you step in if I misspeak.
I think maybe the question is geared more toward the scheduling of how the start of the school year will
Oh,
be.
right on.
Like the half days that we do, Jamie.
Yeah.
When they come
So right on. So we traditionally will stagger start the kids over a period of a couple of days. One, just making sure that the students are getting acclimated to a new environment, especially after this year. So we'll send out details of what that looks like so you guys can make the proper arrangements and we can intake your students in a kind of safe and orderly fashion.
Yeah, and just we haven't made that schedule yet, finishing up this year, but usually it looks like half the class comes for a half day, and then the other half comes for a half day on the second day, and then we start to bring them all together, but keep it half days for a day or two. And it really just is developmentally awesome for them and for us to make sure we learn them and know them, and they know where they're going in the building in a safe way.
Emily, yes, what we'll do for dismissal when you have kids in a variety of different areas or ages of children in our school, there is a color coding system that we use with different tags, and with that different tag, it kind of loops in what dynamic you have going on in your family. So some of you may have kindergarten only, and there'll be a specific pickup time for them, for a time for you to enter the line. And then there is other times that are a bit later than that, where the kindergartner ends up being in the kindergarten classroom. And then as lower school starts to release, we're able to merge them together in a safe staging area and then get them out to the car. So it can be just a one-stop pickup for all of your kids, even if it ranges K-12. There's a question about after-school programming. We, pre-COVID, we had the Ascend program, which was what we called our after-school program. With COVID, obviously, some things had to twist and turn. And right now, we are currently working on really just finding a new director because the Ascend program couldn't really exist during COVID times. So we're in the process of kind of revamping and restructuring what that'll look like in the fall. So, and I know there's many hopes, and especially on our end too, to get that information out to you soon, so you can make the right arrangements for your kids. Does anybody kindergarten want to grab?
Oh, I was going to say I'll answer the lunch question, or was there one?
There's
one about what Wednesdays look like, the delayed start. Kindergarten, you want to grab them? Someone want to grab that?
Sure, I can do it. So Wednesday mornings are set aside for teachers to collaborate in planning. It is very important for us to be running a differentiated classroom. We need that time together to make sure we're meeting those needs of students, following standards. Because even though we have some planning during the day, most of the time that is taken up with lots of other things. So kids do not come in until 9:30, correct? It has been a year and a half. And usually our Ascend, which is our after school program, will have an opportunity for them to come at the regular time if you're not able to go to work late or whatnot. And I'm sure that information with Ascend is usually shared during our open house times. And I'm sure Ms. Curley will get that stuff to you. Ms. Curley, can you speak on what hours that runs? Because someone asked that too in the afternoon.
Ascend runs until 6 p.m. each evening, and then it'll open Wednesday mornings at the regular 7:25, and then they bring the children to the classrooms for the start of school.
There's also is there an ESL class available? We don't have a specific classroom that's ESL, but we do have an awesome ESL teacher. So if those students are placed and need those services, they will absolutely get those with Ms. Schindler.
I could take the lunch questions now. So there's not a place for students to warm up lunch because we don't have a cafeteria, and we do expect that students pack their lunch to school. So that answers the question about students bringing their own lunch. Yes, and we are a nut-free school, so we do ask that there's no, peanut butter, nuts, and things like that. But utilizing thermoses and things of that nature helps to make a lunch stay warm. But then there's also the vendor option, which would be the warm lunch option.
Are there buses? Oh, go ahead, Kelly.
I was just gonna add to that. Kindergarten lunch is at 11, so it's not that late in the day. So when kids have thermoses, their food is usually warm still when they get to lunchtime.
And also, I'll just throw in there, we do have a mentor family program that our development committee does. And it kind of links new families up with current families. And there is a wealth of information and tips and tricks that, the parents of school have learned, because we've never had a cafeteria and we've always had students bringing their lunches or using the vendor program. So there's lots of creative ways out there to get around that as well.
Next one, are there buses? So pre-pandemic, we had 2 buses that were just getting ready to kind of launch and do some routes. Our goal with also connected to the NC Access is to kind of increase the number of buses that we have. So right now, the work that we had done prior was looking at kind of the greatest need within Buncombe County lines, and providing those stops and spots. Part of that is reaching out to local businesses or whatever, almost basically to use a satellite spot and getting their permission to do those things. So we're once again in that process of confirming some of those things for the fall, seeing what we can get in place now that we're seeing more normal times on the horizon. So we're excited to get that opportunity going for a lot of families, and we'll have details for that also coming soon. Also, if there's any kids out there that have questions, feel free to ask your little one. Those are probably the most fun ones we ever get. So if they have one, feel free to chat it in. And if not, once again, that offer stands for kids as well. If they have a question in the next couple of days or over the weekend or whatnot before they enter, feel free to let us know. We want them feeling good about what they're going to come into and feeling, safe and positive about the experience they're about to have with us. Luke wants to know if there's an elevator. There is an elevator. It is amazing when you have to move a lot of furniture. We, for our students, use it if somebody has an injury, and that has happened. We've had some athletes get injured in their sports where the doctor really wants them either in a wheelchair or not able to access the stairs. So we'll use the elevator. They get this awesome pass. They get to usually ride it with a friend that can be responsible and help them. And depending on the age, if it's kindergarten, we'll make sure there is an appropriate adult riding with them. That's a great question.
Patty, you know you need to answer the science question.
I know. I was trying to unmute. Well, I also have to answer the elevator. There's an elevator on our playground. Oh, it goes down. It is so cool. Just saying. And you get to do it when you go to the playground. That's awesome. I am the science geek. I will admit it. I love science. And we talk about science all the time. And Kate Phillips can kind of give you that. I am a space geek. I love space. We've looked at Percy's landing this year. We are studying life cycles of frogs and butterflies and chickens right now. And we have studied many other things that I won't tell you now because I want it to be a surprise. Science rocks, okay? It just does. And I just can't wait to share it with you and us learn together. And I learn from you because I know that you know a lot of cool things about science. Some of you know things about dinosaurs that I might not know. Some of you know all kinds of things. So we are psyched to get to do science with you.
Late drop off for all children at all grade levels. We do early drop off in the mornings, and that's for K-12 students. So our line kind of officially opens at 7, or our building officially opens up at 7:25. If that's what you're speaking to, and about this right now, currently at about 7:15 in the morning, we start letting kids out of the cars. We have them actively supervised as our teachers are getting settled in the rooms. And there's several of us in different locations, both lower, in lower, middle, and upper. And then at 7:25, we then release them to go to their classrooms.
And if you're asking about late start Wednesdays, yes, it is for all school levels that we do that late start.
Absolutely. The good question with the class size. So what we do is 21 and definitely in kindergarten and many of our lower school classrooms is capped at 21. What I found in the traditional county systems that I worked in is it really depended on the size of the cohort that you had each year. So I know my class size would fluctuate kind of dramatically year to year. I know the most I had was like 27 in a class with no assistant. And that could even grow throughout the year. And I know there's always a kind of a tipping point that the county schools are looking at. It's a delicate thing even for them to navigate. But in our K3, we hold tight with our 21 students per class to make sure that, when we get them in, we know what we're working with so we can make the best for them. Good question. You'll find out from over the summer who your kindergarten will have. As a teacher, what we do is, and what really the team does, they will do the kindergarten kind of pre-screening assessments. And it's really, the idea behind that is to look at them and see what academic skills they're coming in. Are there, what kind of fine and gross motor skills, just what kind of socialization, how comfortable do they seem in a new environment, and just what can we gain from them. Also from the and another form that you'll be able to fill out is all about my champion form, where you can give a little insight of how your student learns best and give us some kind of working knowledge, because no one knows them better than you. And then we work on the placement of that students. We don't take requests, unfortunately, to be with friends, but it doesn't always, never hurts to just throw it on that all about my champion form if you fill it out. Could be useful information.
Also, to our kindergarten friend asking that, remember that you get to see your friends at both recesses. You can pay stars to spend time with them if you save up those, and you're going to have tons of opportunities to meet tons of new friends. So use that as an excitement moment.
There is speech therapy. So we have in-house, we have 2 amazing speech pathologists. They do a combination of both pull-out services and inclusion, depending on what the student needs. So that's available K-12. We contract out with Carolina Peds for OT services as needed, which is also one of those things that when we do that, it is part of their day and their week. It's available as needed. Anybody on the K team want to take the how do we support, or actually Ms. Kennard, this is for you, the social emotional learning?
Yeah, hi, I'm Miss Kennard. I'm one of the lower school counselors. So all of our teachers K-5 do teach social emotional lessons in class with our second step curriculum. So that's something that happens at least on a weekly basis. We also, Mr. Holm and I, the other lower school counselor, come in and we push into the classes once a month and we do guidance lessons there. We're typically taking data based on counseling sessions we have and feedback from teachers to kind of determine what our guidance lessons will be. And then whenever we, have someone who needs a little bit more support, we will have counseling sessions with them and or refer out to our school-based therapist when needed.
We also teach and actively use the zones of regulation, which helps students notice their own emotions, find out how to use strategies to move through those different zones of emotions, and it creates really awesome friendships.
Yeah, I would say our teachers do a lot of that work in the classroom. Each classroom has its own Zen zone, and they really are practicing a lot of those skills and really building up, the tool belts for our students to access whenever they need it.
And our 8 habits also address that as well. And we work really hard on our inner class relationships and developing those as well. So that's a really good place to be too.
If I may step in there, also we have morning meetings every morning. So every day starts with the class getting together on the floor and just talking about what's going on in their lives. Everybody has something that they want to talk about that happened last night or what they had for dinner, even that. But the beginning of the day is usually a great time for us to form that classroom community and really get to know each other.
To answer the math question, we have a new math curriculum, like I said, K through 8, Eureka, that we will be training on in June that we're really, really excited about. I also kind of, if it's okay with Jamie, I kind of want to brag on our kindergarten team. I think we do a really good job with math, and we have traditionally done a really good job with math with Angie's leadership. We're going to miss her there, but we'll carry on the torch, Angie. And so we've been using Starfall. And we really have a really good base with our number concepts, and we do a lot of wonderful things with math. So I think you and your kindergarten will be really excited.
Ashley, to answer your question, what traditionally happens if, and some of you out there might have other services that your students are receiving right now in a preschool setting, we'll traditionally hold a transition meeting where the IEP gets adopted from their current either school organization or outside speech. We've definitely had some people that just chose to continue the speech therapy on the side outside of the school day. And that's okay, but it can definitely be part of the conversation as they transition into kindergarten to kind of get it in the academic day, and the support's kind of also just aligned in the building. And Ashley, if you have more questions of that, please feel free to reach out to me or any of our people directly, and we can make sure we're following up with more details. And he wants to know if it's going to be scary. Nothing scary. It's going to be different. Your big brother is going to be unbelievably excited to walk you in the school because I see the excitement when he bounces through the door every morning. He will take good care of you, the adults in the building, and not just the kindergarten team, but it really is they are all ours mentality. And we get to follow you through and watch you grow up in our school. Indeed. So we're excited to have you. We're going to make sure you get to the right place at the right time. And you're going to be surrounded by leaders that have been here, whether it's been our current kindergartners for a year or some for many years that will also help you on your path. Do we change for classes for science and math? Dana, we do not. We, especially in kindergarten, looking at their developmental ages and how they can just handle transitions in general. A lot of it is, and is primarily focused in the classroom. As they get a little bit older, we start to navigate more transitions through climb time, which is our enrichment and intervention block. Really the primary focus there is in reading and math. But there are definitely times where grade levels will get very creative within different units, science, social studies, and some of the other cores where they will actually change from teacher to teacher as they go throughout a unit, so that everybody's getting a bit of a different experience. And that allows that teacher to kind of be an expert in maybe one area. Courtney, on Late Start Wednesday, your student could be here as early as 7:25, like normal drop-off time, and then the school would provide like structured activities and things of that nature until and then we would actually like deliver them to class. The Ascend program and their staff would make sure that they, especially in kindergarten, get to the right location at the right time. Parents will be able to walk their kids to the classroom on the first day of school. We allow you guys to walk to the front door. We have definitely learned from experience that has been the healthiest transition for our kindergartens and kindergartners. And what we've seen is usually our more timid kindergartners may need that or use it for a couple days, sometimes a week or two. And then what we've seen is they really kind of link up with friends, older siblings, or just get attached to other staff that are around the arrival process, and we're able to help them with that transition. If you have a student that is very anxious or nervous walking into the building, between the kindergarten team, Ms. Kennard, Mr. Holm, they're so amazing at being able to reach out to let you know that little personal touch of your kid's in and doing well. A lot of times it's more traumatic on the parents than it is the kids. Once they go through the door, they kind of go into school mode and really make the best of it, which is great. Yeah, we will follow up with more information on uniforms, certain colors, things of that nature. That will be in more info, and you know, if there's definitely one thing in our school, we probably over communicate. So if you somehow miss it on one round, it'll be in another one. And you know, if you had a specific question, you can also email that in and we can help you with that. Can older siblings walk them to the classroom? What generally happens if you have a lower school student, they're all entering the same door. So our K-5 students, so a lot of them are dropping off their kindergartners, friends and or siblings on their way to class. If you have a student that is in middle or upper, they do a great job, and we had it, you know, it happened as late as this morning, where some of our older students help them get to that door, and then they walk and branch off to the doors that they enter for their academic day.
Yeah, and just to give that extra peace of mind, we are very aware, and we have adults in the first couple weeks everywhere making sure that everyone is safe and getting to where they need to be. And John, I'm not a parent myself, but I hear you. I've seen lots of dads cry. It will be great. Everything will be fine.
And there'll be links sent out, I believe Sarah had said as early as tomorrow for the signups for your assessments. So be on the lookout for that email. I'm not crying, you're crying. There's gonna be a lot of tears, and it's okay. We're in it together.
I just wanted to say too, as far as like the coming inside the school, I'm kind of blown away this year. Like these kindergartners that we have right now, they've done everything on their own just because of COVID. Like they started a brand new school walking in all alone because parents were not allowed in. But like we have such amazing staff, and like they know that these little kindergartners that are coming to our rooms, like you know, there's so many people along the way all the time, that they've all been successful. They've all made it. They've all come. They're very happy. And it's been kind of incredible knowing that, like, you know, maybe in years past where parents have even walked them to the door, that they've done it on their own. And it's really awesome. And they are very proud of themselves too.
Looks like we don't have any more questions. So I'm just going to try to wrap this up. So if you haven't had a chance to eat dinner, you can take that opportunity with your kids. And I know for my staff, they have definitely put in a long day working hard, pouring everything they got into kids. So I want them to be able to rest and recharge so they can get back at it with their kids tomorrow morning. I know we all appreciate you taking the time, asking the questions. hopefully laughing with me as you watch my technical difficulties. And I'm pretty sure my team will never have me host again, and I will gladly co-host. But that's part of growing together and learning. But we really do. We look forward to having your kids with us. We're excited. We're excited every year, but maybe more going into next year than ever to start school the way that we know how to do school for your kids. And we take put a lot of pride and energy into that work and pouring into your kids and building a strong foundation for them. So if you have questions as they come up, please, reach out. We'll do our best as we're wrapping up the school year to get back to you and give you the information needed. And once again, just thanks for sharing your evening with us and your students with us going into the fall. You guys have a good night.